This month, the true cost of the war comes home to Cardassia, as 2 Cardassian systems are invaded. Greetings, lore members. This is the Dominion War. Now, last month, back in August, there was a lot of tactical repositioning as the Klingons prepared to outflank the Dominion front in the south, whilst the Federation repositioned in the centre. All the while, sonar shipments of Ketracel White were being raided by pirates. And this month, September 2375, 2 Cardassian systems are invaded. The Romulan Seabirds attack Avenol, whilst Martok and the Klingon Expeditionary Force attack Septimus 3. We'll start with the attack on Septimus 3, since that is the most important one. Avenol is really a peripheral system in Cardassian space. The more important attack is that of Septimus 3. Martok's attack on Septimus 3 is actually in support of a larger attack, that being the Federation attack in the center front. We have 5 Federation fleets and the Romulan 4th Legion against 4 Dominion fleets. This is essentially taking place inside the old demilitarized zone and frontier area between the Cardassian Union and the Federation, sitting between the McAllister Nebula and the Badlands. This is basically the biggest continuous fleet battle of the war. It's a fairly narrow area of space, and essentially the battle in this sector really just takes the form of one massive continuous front line. It is just one massive battle, one in which the Federation and the Romulans have the advantage, and the Dominion are driven back to the other side of the DMZ. And in fact, during the battle, the Cardassian 9th Order breaks. It's not destroyed, but the entire fleet loses cohesion, loses critical commanders, and it breaks ranks. Now in the south, the Klingons carry out their flanking maneuver, attacking the 3rd Order at New Helena and the Jem'hadar at Korvan. They then carry out another flank to take Thekla. Now, this is made worse by the fact that the Cardassian Joint Order that was sent to back up the south has been recalled to Sakara in order to close off the Romulan assault from Avenol. Therefore, the Cardassians have lost their main morale booster just when they needed it the most. Cardassian morale in the south is now at an all-time low, and discord and discontent within Cardassian ranks is growing. So really it looks like in the south the Cardassians are very close to breaking. They've basically been left to hold that entire front on their own as they're coming under attack, not only from the Federation but also from the Klingons, and now the Klingons are turning the screw. To make things even worse for the Dominion, the raids on the sonar are getting even worse. The pirates are now not only attacking the actual shipments of Ketracel White, but they're also attacking the manufacturing facilities in sonar systems, and the sonar are now begging for support. But doing so would take away resources from a Dominion that really can't afford to lose any more. The Dominion is spread thin as it is, and it can't really afford to now also bail out the sonar. Dominion leadership is faced with a very tough decision at this point. Either the Dominion can redeploy some ships to support the sonar, but that would just be creating another obligation, because then you would be showing that the sonar were not in fact neutral, and then you would have to back them up, and given their strategic position, that's not necessarily the wisest thing to do. Again, you'll try and send them what support you can covertly, but open support is actually very dangerous and would probably just make the situation worse. It might secure your Ketracel White supply for a time, but that would be a very short amount of time given where the sonar are. There's also the very tough sell of, well, what do we value here now? Do we make sure that we divert supplies to the Cardassians, who are now getting crushed by the Klingons on multiple sides? Not only are the Cardassians being pressured in the southern front, and now look very close to breaking, but they're also being pressured on their own home turf. They're being pressured on Septimus 3. For the Dominion to then turn around and say that they're going to divert resources to the sonar is only going to make what is already very poor Cardassian morale even worse. So the Dominion needs to make up its mind as to where its priorities lie, and they need to decide very quickly how they are going to respond, and they can't. It's clear at this point the Dominion cannot hold all these fronts for much longer. Something somewhere is going to give, and the Dominion need to decide where they're going to commit and where they're going to pull back, unless they want to just completely break, because at this point breaking looks incredibly likely. So that brings us to the end of the month, with the walls closing in on the Dominion. The way things are going, it doesn't look like the Dominion's got much fight left in them. The Cardassians are fully mobilised, and there's plenty of Jem'hadar out there, but it just doesn't look like it's going to be enough to hold back the entire Alpha Quadrant, which is now crashing down upon them in full force on almost every single front. I can't see, short of some kind of miracle for the Dominion, them lasting past Christmas. So, chances are this war will be over by Christmas. See you all next time.